Yo, what is up YouTube? Red Moon vortexing through your cables. We are able to test sailing, at least a percentage of it. Log out, X out your client and restart it. Find the sailing alpha worlds and log in. You'll spawn in tutorial Iceland, create your looks of your character, and if you're using RuneLite, it will ask you if you see a code. If you don't, download GPU Experimental in the plugin tab, type in the code you see and you are good to go. You'll start off on some sort of new dock called the Pandemonium. You'll have to go to your quest tab, find the new sailing quest called Pandemonium and just follow the steps in there. Once the quest is complete, you can click the notice board for an assignment appropriate to your level, most likely 1 or around 7. Pick up your cargo and go sailing. Most tasks are from the Pandemonium to Port Sarim unless you level up quite a bit. Now let's talk about sailing. I've seen a lot of comments on various social media saying sailing is not the skill we want. Sailing is a letdown and does not match the game. Personally, I think this is exactly what old school RuneScape needs, a new skill, and honestly, sailing is a good choice. There is a bunch of water on the world map, there are a lot of islands, we already have boats to go around with without any interaction but a black loading screen instantly loading us to the island we need to be at. This is a medieval game and it only makes sense. The sailing gameplay feels very comfortable, easy to use and really fits the game in a fun old school RS type of way. The only quote-unquote negative thing I would say is the old graphics. The water in the sea isn't too nice to look at or sail on, but I'm sure once HD or once the RuneLite HD plugin works with sailing, it's gonna be much better. It's not that bad, but some nice moving sea waters would be very nice for the eyes. Another thing I would like to talk about is PvP with sailing and PvP with boat versus boat, shooting cannons at each other pretty much. First of all, I personally don't think we should have any PvP through sailing because PvP needs some more touching here and there, to be honest, like the actual PvP or wilderness, not including sailing. So to work on sailing including PvP would be a, how do I say this, a big skip of an important part of the game pretty much. Let's first tweak the actual PvP before thinking about starting with PvP on boats through sailing. Just my thoughts. Maybe in the late future when sailing is completely worked in and figured out, they might come up with a way to make it work. But for me personally, I'd say just give the wilderness a place to go to with the boats, making a small part of the wilderness shore or sea, wilderness waters, actual wildy waters, and faring into that part of the wildy is allowed to engage in PvP. But then again, if you can hop on your boat and sail away, I just can't imagine that being a part of PvP. No idea how they will make this work, but I hope they don't implant PvP with sailing too soon. As for the boat versus boat part, I feel like RuneScape is a magical place with magic and all these bosses like Olm, Zuck, Corrupted Gauntlet. I feel like it would be primitive for us to be shooting cannons from boat to boat when we can ice barrage, teleport, and shunt things. You get what I'm saying? We can do magic and defeat these giant high level bosses, but here we are shooting cannons from boat to damage each other. You know what I mean? It just feels like a downgrade on our power or abilities. Maybe a mini game that implants this, sure, like a Castle Wars type of mini game, but with boats and shooting cannons at each other. But yeah, I already told myself to just accept the game wherever it's going to. There's a lot of people who don't really play the game, aren't really that good at the game, even certain live streamers and YouTubers who have no idea what they are talking about, but still have the power to reach out to Jagex and influence the game the way they want it. And yeah, it's a little bit concerning because I truly like this game a lot. I'm very good at it, and I would hate to see it have another 2007 or 2008 happening like Bounty Hunter. Just to give an example, I read a comment that said, "Hey, I work a lot and I am tired when I get home, so I want to watch my series and my television while I AFK on old school RuneScape with sailing. I can't do this, sailing sucks." Like, I don't expect Jagex to listen to this, but there's plenty of you out there with this kind of opinion, and yeah, I just can't relate. Play the game or don't. Let's switch the topic. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the actual sailing and things there are to do. I feel like sailing is easy, which is nice. It shouldn't be too hard, but maybe it is a little too easy. All you do is click anywhere and you'll sail. Same thing with the objectives for sailing. All you really do is pick up a cargo, bring it to a new location, deliver it, and you're done. I feel like there should be a little bit more to it. I know there is other objectives out there to do, but maybe, just maybe, a little bit more variety and a little bit more detail on interacting with the boat and the objective. That's the best I can explain it. A little bit more variety when it comes to objectives, and a little bit more detail on interacting with the boat, but keeping it simple and fun at the same time. For example, when there is a boost in speed while sailing, all you do is click the sails and it will automatically adjust and take use of the speed. An animation where we actually see our characters move and adjust the sails would be a little more interactive with the boats and sailing. Maybe even let us have options what to do with the sail, so people can adjust their sail manually and not automatically choosing the right option or movement for us. A small detail, but it can do a lot if few of these details are considered. This one is just a small example. Anyway, that's it for this video. I might do some more sailing just to make sure I know what I'm doing and to see if the higher level objectives can be used when unlocked. I am ready for sailing. Hope you guys are too, because trust me, it will be hype. Pray to Zamorak for not too many bugs and errors. Make sure to like the video, comment something creative if possible, and subscribe if you want to be notified for my future videos. With that being said, thanks for watching the video, and I might see you guys in the next one. Peace.